Hermitcraft is one of the most interesting SMPs that I know of, not only with its extraordinary popularity, but because of just sheerly how long it's been around for. Hermitcraft is currently a year and a bit into its 7th season of running, which is honestly just amazing to even think about when it comes to an SMP, as a majority of SMPs don't last this long and still hold a fair amount of popularity. The only other SMP that I know of that has been able to last for as long as Hermitcraft has been Minecraft, but in a different way though, as Minecraft today is extraordinarily unpopular and almost completely dead, with the server not being officially over, but there's been barely any content being made for the said server, and whenever there is, it is not only just unpopular, but it's lackluster and boring. Hermitcraft is like the perfect example of like a good mixed SMP server, being able to take advantage of all the strong points that the server can provide. For example, the story-driven dialogue and events in the server like Dream SMP does, or the more technical sides of Minecraft with creative builds and technical wonders, or even just the massive sense of community you get when getting involved in even watching Hermitcraft. Hermitcraft is a really good, well-ran server, and it definitely shows by the fact that a majority of Hermitcraft members with any form of popularity still easily can pull 1 million views per episode, even when over 50 episodes into the SMP itself. And one of the most interesting things that comes around from the server is the fact that each and every season it seems to get even more popular than the last one. Season 5 was one of the biggest startups that it ever had, with it being so much bigger than what Season 4 ever was. Season 6 didn't have as massive as a start, but it ultimately was still going in the midst of the revival of Minecraft, and so amply had a huge drastic increase in viewers in the later half of the season. And who can forget the drastic, massive kickstart that this current season has, with massive examples of Green's very first episode of Hermitcraft Season 7 having over 10 million views, with Mumbo Jumbo's for episode 1 being not too far behind. I feel like at its current space, and it's safe to say that this server has still got a lot of life left in it, and even then has a high potential to have an even bigger spike when the next season begins, which in all reality isn't too far away, considering that the last 2 seasons have been going through just 2 updates and then moving on to the next one when a new update comes out, with Hermitcraft Season 6 going from the start of 1.13 through 1.14 and ending not long after the release of 1.15, and Hermitcraft Season 7 currently going from 1.15 to already being in the later half of 1.16, with a lot of snapshots and updates for 1.17 on the horizon. As well as with that, there's going to be a massive world overhaul with 1.17, so it wouldn't be too much of a surprising fact that 1.17 would also mark the beginning of a new Hermitcraft season. Whether the season will start the moment the next update is dropped, or whether it takes a few weeks or even a few months before it actually gets started, is all dependent on many different factors, but it will be happening, most likely at least, mainly due to the drastic changes in terrain and having the height doubled and things along those lines that make a need that it's probably better off to start again with this entirely new world generation. It also shows that your SMP server doesn't have to be completely story driven, as it is currently the second most successful SMP server, at least viewership wise right now, with Dream SMP just being barely ahead of it on most occasions, mainly because Dream SMP episodes come far and few between in actual video form. When they do get posted into video form, they get millions upon millions of views, with the streams easily pulling in a few 100,000 people watching live. But other than Dream SMP, there is right now literally no other SMP server that rivals in popularity to Hermitcraft. As I said earlier, Hermitcraft is the server that is just really good at what it aims to do. It doesn't aim to be this big overkill server in story. It doesn't aim to be this big mechanical wonder server like the SciCraft server. All they aim to do is just have a server that they can all have a good time and have fun and be themselves in Minecraft. This comes along with some stories and some events around some story structure on occasion, as well as just massive technical projects done by several different people, as well as the massive sense of community you get when just watching it. Like, you can know and feel that they all care, they all like each other, they all want to do this. There is no bad blood between any of the members on the server, and you can 100% tell that they just love doing what they do, and they're really darn good at it. Out of all the Minecraft servers that I've seen run, the Hermitcraft servers are by far some of the most beautiful Minecraft worlds you'll ever come across. Just sheerly because of the time and effort that all the hermits put into designing and creating their areas of the servers to the best of their ability. Whether it be these massive, giant redstone creations and farms, or whether it be these giant, massive terrain builds and beautifications of the world of Minecraft, there is no place in a Hermitcraft world that you cannot go without seeing the sheer amount of time and effort that goes into it. Most players in the server end up pulling in almost 100,000 minutes per season, which for those people who don't know how much that is in hours, that's roughly 1,600 hours in Minecraft in a single world. I doubt that most people who have ever picked up Minecraft in their lifetime will ever spend that much time in a single Minecraft world, let alone put that much time in a single Minecraft world in the time span of a year or 2 years. But these guys do, and each and every single minute feels like it was used to the best of its ability. Whether it be watching the videos that get put out by the creators, or whether it just be exploring the Hermitcraft world after the season is all said and done. All the members of the SMP server are extraordinarily passionate and love what they do. And you can see it in all the hard work they put into it. And of course, the community loves it back, with several different things popping up just in the wake of Hermitcraft. One of the biggest examples is the Hermitcraft Recap, which is a channel that has garnered over 300,000 subscribers of just fans of Hermitcraft and wanting to hear everything that happened in Hermitcraft for the week in a far easier bite-sized format to make it easier to understand what's happening in the server if you miss out on a week or two worth of content. The time that people are willing to sink in just for a single project for just one singular video is absolutely unbelievable. In some occasions, some people in the server spend hundreds of hours just on one single thing that only ever makes it into one video. But that's when you know that they care, and they want to show off the fact that they care about what they do. They care about what content they give to the audience. They care to put as much time and effort into the Hermitcraft server to make it the best product it can be for the viewers who want to watch it, as well as keep it as an entertaining time for the people who are involved in the server itself, with stories and events not taking a massive hold of the server, but being a part of it enough that it adds some entertainment value to the server itself and some reason to keep on going back if you don't care too much for the builds. A Hermitcraft storyline is far easier to keep track of than your average Dream SMP server storyline. It doesn't require hours upon hours of watching streams and streams to catch up to anything that you may have potentially have missed. Instead, it's just a couple of 30-minute episodes that they post out on their channel and you've already caught up on a few weeks worth of content. But that's the beauty of the server. The server members already know what works and what doesn't, and they continue to perform on the things that not only they enjoy, but they know will work for the audience that they are catering toward. They play Minecraft to the best of their abilities and come up with some fun adventures along the way, ultimately making sure that Hermitcraft will probably be one of the more popular SMP servers to continue on. I wouldn't be too surprised if the server far outlives things like the Dream SMP, which are currently dominating the genre, as that's what it does. It outlives everyone else before it's the last thing remaining for a little while, and then everyone suddenly comes back to doing these type of things again, then we're oversaturated again. Anyway, my name is Crisair. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of 2021, and if you guys would go down there and subscribe, it would ultimately mean the world to me, especially if you want to see more SMP based content like this. I'm trying to be a bit more experimental with what I talk about, what I do, things moving forward, but I want to keep in the Minecraft niche, especially the SMP area of the niche, mainly because I ultimately enjoy not only watching SMP content, but talking about it in a video format for you guys to enjoy yourselves. Either way, until next time guys, goodbye.